The first frost came early that year. Theophilos woke to a brittle quiet. No buzzing, no rustling of wings. He rushed to the hives, his breath fogging in the dawn air, and pressed his ear against the clay-covered reeds. Nothing. He pried open the nearest hive with trembling hands. Inside, the bees lay still as tiny statues, their bodies curled in frozen clusters around empty honeycombs. They had starved before the cold even took them. He had harvested too much. Eudokia found him kneeling in the dirt, clutching a lifeless handful of bees. She didn't speak. There was nothing to say. News spread quickly. By midday, neighbors arrived with grim offerings: a sack of barley, a wedge of hard cheese, a promise of olive oil come spring. Even the baker, whose own stores were thin, left a loaf at their door. Theophilos had always been generous with his honey. Now the city returned the favor in crumbs. But the empire was less forgiving. When Nikephoros arrived for the winter tax inspection, he found only 8 surviving hives. His face darkened as he tallied the loss. "The garrison at Antioch expects its shipment," he said. "The emperor's physicians." "There is no shipment," Theophilos interrupted, too exhausted for diplomacy. For a long moment, the only sound was the wind whistling through the empty apiary. Then, Nikephoros did something unexpected. He sat down on a broken hive and rubbed his eyes. "My son is in Antioch," he muttered. "The surgeons use honey to stave off gangrene. Without it..." Theophilos studied the bureaucrat's calloused hands, not a scholar's hands after all, but a soldier's. Perhaps they both serve the empire in their own ways. What happened next became legend in Constantinople's backstreets. Theophilos taught Nikephoros how to smuggle Sardinian honey past customs, wrap it in linen soaked with vinegar to mask the scent. In return, Nikephoros lost the beekeepers' tax records for 2 years. By spring, Theophilos's surviving queens bred a new strain of bees, smaller, hardier, able to withstand colder winters. He never over-harvested again. When Theophilos died decades later, his hive still hummed outside the city walls, and though no historian recorded his name, every jar of Byzantine honey carried his lesson. Even an empire is built on the patience of bees.